Maybe there's latency. Is it share the control yet?
Oh, it's a dial problem.
And it'll be right next to the 2 buttons away from that play button that says show screen. And because of the GoToMeeting thing, that unfortunately doesn't show the GoToMeeting control. Like, if you can't see this, that's okay. I might be able to just talk you through it. So I'll just try to voice control you through it. So in iRise, I see you have an open project dialog box. So go ahead. You've already made it to where you need to go, so you can just close that, hit the cancel button.
This one.
That's all right. Don't worry about the. If we can go ahead and do this. I was going to give you a full export through the simulation, but this won't be too bad. I can get you to where you need to go in about 2 mouse clicks, 2 or 3 mouse clicks. So if you just go ahead and close the open project dialog, I can navigate you to where you need to go.
Okay. It says on air, showing screen.
Okay, excellent. So we can see your screen, Gail. And if you hit cancel.
Hit cancel?
Hit the cancel button on the open project. You're already where you need to be. Perfect.
Oh.
There you go. Cancel over. And then in the browser, scroll on that navigation tab. Scroll up. Don't even open that. You're so close.
Okay.
The next thing is you see a list of your chapters on the left-hand side. A bunch of classes like Register, Register 4. You can scroll all the way up to the top.
There we are.
Yep, and then go to Team 2.
Team 2, there we are.
Go to Team Page, Team 2.
What
Go
we
to
have here
the one that looks like, move up a little bit higher, mouse up. That one. One icon higher.
Here.
There, yeah, that guy right there. Perfect. So if you click on that one. All right, now my goal is I'm going to try to navigate everyone to this page. While I'm navigating everyone to this page, go ahead and see if you could populate this page with the name of Team 2 and type in the team members for Team 2. You can get those names from that wiki page that I was showing. I'm now going to see if I can get everyone else. Now, the people that are experts at iRise already and know how to get the Team 2, everyone else just try to navigate to the Team 2 page.
Hi, Tony. Anita here.
Yeah.
I'm not able to see the tree that Gail is having on her simulation studio. The tree on the left-hand side.
I'm going to make you the presenter, and I'm going to work with you on that one.
Okay.
All right, so Anita, if you could share your screen.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. So you are one step back. So this is what actually. So Gail was actually further than I had expected. So this is perfect. So would you mind sharing your controls, or do you want to do the GoToMeeting where you share controls?
So how do I do that? Share my controls.
So right next to the part where you said, you said, all right, share my screen. You can then go ahead and share. It says like give keyboard and mouse controls. All right, excellent. So what you're looking at right now, this is just iRise Studio, but you don't have any access to anywhere yet. You're not connected to the definition center. So, actually you are.
Yes.
You just need to, so the project's called landing page, so it's in your history. So you have 2 choices. You can hit landing page, so you're already connected. You just need to open up the project, and this would be the easiest. Or if this was the first time and I'm going to do this, and we are very close to getting the action at definition center. So this is a massive definition center. It's going to be a lot smaller when it's just action and stuff. But this is how we navigate here, and then we're going to click open. And then the next time that you do this, you can also just go to File, and Landing Page, that's the same thing as well.
Okay.
And I'm going to move you here to the team page up. It looks like there's some folks that are lining up on the team. I was going to, since you're here, I was going to see if you could also put in, I think the requirements that we have for Team 2 is we're going to simulate the Scenario 2 login. And we're going to need to collaborate with what Team 1's put together. And to give you a little heads up, the work of Team 1's been already used for has already been used by the reusable registration framework team. So it's going to look a little bit different. But all right, sounds good. And I'm going to now move over. So we now have Gail and Anita looking at the same screen. Next one is Beiying. Are you able to look at page 2?
Yes.
Are you there? Okay. Chun Yu, are you able to look at page 2?
Yes.
All right. Manika, are you able to see page 2? I can help you if you aren't.
Yes.
You're there. All right. Excellent. Yee, how about you?
I can see that too.
You're all there. Okay. Excellent. Now I'm going to just, I'm going to go back to my screen, and just as a recap, Team 1 has done some work on the scenario, and I'm going to go ahead and just put a couple things here so I can navigate to it. I'll make something called Other Projects. And we'll make one called the Team 2. We're going to find out that the other teams have done some work, and the less that we can reinvent the wheel, the better for us. So let's see, we have the Team 1 scenario and the Team 1 team page. So take a look at the screen, and we're showing it from Anita's screen. Team 1 had a scenario where they needed to create a login, but we need to create a login that fails. So let's take a look at Team 1. I think we can go ahead and use some of the work that Team 1's already done. So what I'd like everyone to now do is see if they can navigate to the Team 1 scenario. It's the top icon, and you can just double-click that. And you're looking at this in studio mode. That blue line indicates that there's navigation behavior. All right, so looks like we want to get to the one that says Team 1 scenario. So if you, Anita, on your screen, there's, hopefully you still have control, there's says Team 1 scenario right off that screen. Move your mouse to the right and double-click that Team 1 scenario. See if everyone can find Team 1 scenario. Is everyone able to see that? Does everyone's screen looks like Anita's screen, where we see Team 1 scenario? All right, so the Team 2, we need to have a scenario. In fact, we're playing around. Can someone rename that start? I'm just going to randomly challenge some people. So let's see, you have an idea. Manika, can you please rename that green start arrow that says ISIS admin, and just rename it to Team 1 login. And then we're going to make a start arrow just to kind of show the swim lane of what Team 2 is working. Gail, actually no, Gail's already done some stuff.
Okay.
I'm going to challenge you to see if you can create another start arrow. Drag and drop another one of those start arrows on the screen and put that right below ISIS admin, which is about to be renamed as Team 1 login. What should I name this? Oh, name so we want to Anissa, rename the arrow that says ISIS admin to Team 1 login scenario. And then we're going to want another arrow just below ISIS admin. I'm sorry, I thought that's what those things are called. Let me mouse over it. I believe it is called it's a start arrow. So on the top part of the canvas, I'm going to move the presenter. I'm going to move the presenter over to me because Anita's kind of checking things out, and I want her to continue to do that. I think she's kind of comfortable with the navigation. If anyone needs navigation help or whatever, please let me know, and I'll log it in there. So, Manica, I wanted to see if you could rename this start arrow to say Team 1 login scenario. And then Yi, this is a scenario chapter that we have here. And on the scenario chapter, you can put in a page, a decision, a cloud, a scenario, or a start widget. Start widgets are kind of nice. They don't actually do anything other than show a visual. So if you can just put this start arrow and drop it down below, we can kind of at least have a place to kind of show the work that we're going to work on Team 2. And if you could call this one Team 2, and let's see what the Team 2 page is. It's user login fail. Team 2 login fail. And so we started to show last week, and I'm going to, the reasonable registration framework team's been starting to look at your stuff and use it already. When items go to the right, it's just assumed that that's a yes on the decision box. But we now want to have some sort of a screen that shows a login fail. I'm going to move this Team 2 box up here a little bit. So next person I'm going to pick on will be, haven't I picked on yet? Beiying. Have I done you? I'm going to pick on you. Beiying, could you please put a page down here that's called Team 2 login fail, and I guess this will just be the screen that we see when bad credentials show up. Oh, not a decision. We already have a decision there. We want this valid credentials when it's not valid credentials to take you to a page that says login fail. And so you can use that by taking that page widget and you drop it right here below the diamond. Yeah. And if you can call that one all right, we got a couple pages there. So whichever page, we'll vote on it. Whichever page that we becomes Team 2 login fail will be the one we'll use. All right. And something that's interesting too is when you add items, you can remove it from a scenario or just delete it from the project entirely. And so in a collaborative environment, so page 1 looks like the one we're going to want to, and I'm going to just put page 2 here just to show you the technique that I find is useful for deleting. So when you're working in a collaborative model, you kind of rename this to delete so that people can see that you're intending to remove this from the whole project. If you have the ability to kind of go ahead and just right-click and rename this to Team 2, so Team 2 gets credit for it. Login fail. All right, excellent. So this is, and then you can have, if anyone wants, you can have that arrow going from the diamond down to login fail, and apparently that's what will happen when the login fails. So that's kind of our flow. And we've got a couple things for how we'd want to show that, but let's go ahead and see if there's anything from that login screen that we'd want to have on a failure screen. I'm thinking a spot where you have a failed login would probably still show your login credentials, but just have something different. So let's first take a look. If everyone can navigate with me go to Team 1 because the the best design, you copy, paste, alter. So we're going to do something where I'm going to teach you something about masters here. So let's double click on login. And if everyone can get to this page, I want to show you that Team 1 has done just a fantastic job of creating a login page. And in our login fail, I think we want the same thing, other than it would say the words that you failed on your log. So right now, just a quick review of functionality. When you log in, this is what Team 1 has set up. And since they're demonstrating a successful login, no logic was really required. So you can type in Tony again, and then the login shows that you had some success. You can hit start over. And then it redirects it back here. And then you can launch the simulation again. But so now I think when we log in, Team 2 likes this idea, but Team 2 is going to want to have something on here to demonstrate that there's a fail on it. And let's just have something show up on the bottom there. So since Team 1 wants to reuse the exact same thing that Team 2 has done, we want to do two things. We're going to use a very special thing called a a section, which to web folks is called a div tag. And we're going to do something really special. We've discovered that Team 1's done something special that we want to reuse. So you want to select the items in the page, and I want to show you there's two different ways to create a master. And before we get into anything, I call this iRise spaghetti. It's distracting. It doesn't help you at all when you're doing design. So there's two ways to hide the view of this. I remember the F12. Looks much nicer. So all those behaviors are gone. And there's two ways to create a section. The section is right here represented as this widget, and you can click it, and then you put in a section. I'm going to delete that, though, because what I really want to do is I want to wrap this login page in a section so we can turn it into a state that can be shared between two different forms. So I want to pick on, I'm going to pick on Gail again, because I know that Gail has to leave in about 20 minutes. Do you mind if I make you the presenter? This part's a little, this one requires a little bit of feedback. Oh, and I can actually request a keyboard and mouse control if you need help. So Gail, we're going to make you the lead presenter. If you hit the play button, you want to take a look at your screen, and what I want to have you demonstrate is another way to add a section. You can, and you can't see your screen just yet, so we'll need you to hit the play button. Gail, if you're there. That's your presenter. Presenter has control, but I can't see your screen yet. Gail, are you there? All right. Let me check with who is someone I haven't heard from. Fedora. I don't think I picked on you. Okay, Gail's lost audio. All right. But Gail's going to show me her screen, but I can't see her stuff. Let's try someone else. Fedora, I'm going to try you. Fedora, are you there?
Yeah.
All right, I think Fedora saying yes. All right, so Fedora, I'm going to show you another way to create a section. And if you need help, I'll do it, but I'd like you to lasso the login page, lasso everything on this page. You can also do Control-A for select everything on the page, or you can just drag and lasso everything. If you want, I can... Oh, there you go. I was looking at my screen. I'm thinking I was looking at yours. Fedora, first of all, press the F12 button so your screen, you don't get distracted by all those other lines. That'll make the screen a little bit nicer. And then go ahead and lasso everything so it's selected. Perfect. All right. You want to actually kind of... I think you want to stay in that viewable area like that. Now that you've done this, you have two options. Adobe Acrobat Professional, so the way that you guys are used to doing it would be doing a right click. If that gets a little finicky, so do right click, see if you can do up missed it. So this is a tricky one. I'm going to do it we'll do it the slower, slightly less efficient way. Dora, can you, I'm sorry, I'm not going to touch my mouse. Can you lasso it again just like you did before? And I think you have to do it all within the white page. You can't leave the viewable area. Oh, it worked. Okay. Now go to Edit from the Edit menu. You can wrap. There's an option for Wrap In. Yes, this is excellent right here. Wrap In Section. This is very powerful. We're going to do two things. Wrap In Section. And let's go ahead and right now it's called Section 283. Call that section Login Page. Yeah, there you go. Login Page. So see, one still gets credit to that one, but it's so great, we actually want to kind of do a little bit more with this. So go ahead and Login Page, click off that. And then the next thing, this is where it's going to be pretty wild. I want you to select that section you just created. Yeah, this little dotted arrow. Move your mouse. I'm going to move your mouse right here. You can select it by clicking right here. Oops. This is selected right here. And now if you right-click it, right-click on that arrow. Oops. Yep, that's misplaced. Move out of there here. We accidentally deselected it. All right, so select that section again. And then just go to Edit. That's probably the easiest way. I won't show you all the shortcuts just yet. Now move up to your Edit menu. Move your mouse to the Edit menu, up there. And then from there, you want to convert this to a master. Or save as master. Sorry, it's right below the delete button and right below the wrap in. Save as master. Right here. Perfect. Now, and then call that master login page.
It's not doing.
And one thing that you'll notice is just below Team Login, there's this thing called Master 1. Well, and that's great. Dora, double-click, try to click once on the login page and see what happens. You'll notice that nothing's happened. It's almost like you're looking at a glass. There's nothing there. You have to double-click now. This is a thing that can be shared across many different pages. And I want to show you, this is something that will go away. But because of Adora's section, in fact, Adora, I'm going to take control over your computer real quickly. Adora has this annoying default thing right here where it automatically puts in scrolls, and you don't want scrolls. I'm gonna, since I happen to be here, I'm just going to put this, I'm going to automatically just update Adora's preferences, so there are no automatic scrolls. This is something that you do it once, like your taxes, and you completely forget about doing it afterwards. But, so Adora's created a master, and so this is good stuff. But we want to use this on Team 2's page that they created. So I would like everyone to. I'm going to move where it's a Team 2 login fail. Call this login page. So this master widget right here, let's move it up to the team login fail page. And I'd like everyone to navigate the team login to fail. And I'm going to pick on someone else. I'm going to teach them how to put that master that you just created right into the team login to fail page. Let me just check my items, Jails Lost Audio. But let's see, I was just picking on Adora, but I want to pick on someone new now. It's not fun, though. It's not fair to say. Let Adora have all the fun. So you, are you next? Can I make you the next presenter?
Okay.
Ying, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, I'd like to make you the presenter now and see if I can coach you through adding a master to this login fail.
How do I share my screen?
Yes, please. Yep. All right, so we want that master in there. So this is one of the funnest things. Drag that chapter that's right underneath login fail. See the login page? You can drag and drop that into the page. I'm going to show you on your screen. I'm going to take this. Oops. Somehow it's got small on me. So the motion I'm trying to do is I'm trying to drag and drop that login, that thing that says login page onto the screen login fail. Might be easier, now that I'm thinking about it, might be easier for, let's see, can I do it? All right, so for everyone, what I just did is I dragged this master login page onto the Team 2 login fail page. What that means is if you were to go here, this master, you right-click, find references. We've created a login page master that's being used by a Team 1 login page right here. And it's so nice, it has everything you want. You can jump to it. Here's Team 1's login page. And it's also being used by Team 2's login fail page. We're going to try to reduce the amount of duplicate work here. So this thing seems to work well for logging, but we don't really have a good way for demonstrating a fail login. So we're going to go into this login page here, and let's kind of figure out what we want to do to bring, say, if a login failed. In doing this, I'm going to teach you something about dynamic view. I can't remember, in the two classes, do they teach you about views on the online courses with the views? Okay, I'm not sure if they have or not. You're here, we want to have something on the screen saying that your login credentials have failed. And we want that text to only show up, I guess, when the login has failed. So let's go ahead and put that, let's make some text show up underneath that login page saying you have invalid user, you've entered in invalid user credentials.
What should I do?
So I'm going to get it started right here. I'll put in a text, just put in a text widget, and put a text widget somewhere on the page. Oh no, not, just anywhere on the page, right there where your mouse is. And put in the text and type in your login credentials have failed. There's two ways to do it. So you can, let me grab your mouse. So there's two ways. The simplest way is you can drag and drop it from here. You can click that little T. If you like to, I can show you kind of where you grab the widget. So you can grab this one here, and then drop it right here. Yep. Yeah, you just click it once, and then let go. There's so many different ways to do it. The shortcut is you can just double click on the screen. Yeah. Yep. I so rarely do it. The other one is just do a double click with your left mouse. And then double click. So watch. If you, oh, there you go. Your login credentials have failed. And if you want, you might want to zoom in. Let me zoom you in a little bit here so your mouse clicking is a little bit easier. All right, so you did put it in there. All right, so type in, put a text box, put in the text and put in the message, your login has failed. Your login credentials have failed.
Especially Greg, nice that you get along with that.
And you can start typing, your mouse is already in. Reach in. Yeah, and somehow that your message needs to say that your login credentials have failed.
Yeah, he's on the counter. He does.
Okay.
Is that there?
Let's take, if you clicked off, maybe someone else on the team, so while you're looking at this one, would, let's see who else is on there. let's see if one of your teammates can just, you have the text box widget, but can you, do you see, are you able to get to this master? Can you update the fail message instead of beachhead, make it say your login credentials have failed?
I'm still going to check out HTTP changes. Okay, so solar as it is.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and I'll just put that in here real quick. Your login. All right, and then someone make that one colored red.
Red color?
Excellent. Yeah, there you go. Some message like that. That's dramatic, and that works well enough. And I'm sure our UI people might be able to improve on that, but we're not UI people. Our goal is just to put in some widgets and behaviors. Now, the next thing is we don't want this to show up all the time. We only want this to show on when the login fails. So let's go and wrap this in a section. Sections are a very powerful thing. Before you do that, though, beginning, I want to make sure that I'm going to set up your preferences here. Make sure that I'm going to do you a huge favor by setting up your preferences. Get rid of these auto scroll bars. When you need them, you'll ask for them, but in the meantime, iRise, you do not want that. It's automatically go. Scroll bars are no good.
Yeah.
All right, so just like you saw, I forgot who created the master for me. If you can wrap this text box in a section. So reminder on how to do that. Go ahead and click this text box. All right. See if you can go ahead and click this text box right here, and then wrap it in a section. And then we're about to do something called dynamic view. So the way you do it, you selected this, it's perfect. Now you go to edit, the edit menu. And then you choose wrap in section. Wrap in section, perfect. And let's give that a section name called failed, login fail. All right. And then now we're going to do something. One other thing that's a little bit interesting. We're going to make multiple views. So now go to the View tab. Sorry, there's two views. Right, you were right there. Right. Go back to the Properties window. Yeah. Click that view. And now you have the ability to have two views. So we have one view that we show when the login fails, and then something else that we show when it doesn't fail. So hit Add. And add a view. And so we have an empty view, and that can just kind of be our default view. And then a login fail view. So change the default view to empty. That default view. Go down a little further. There's an attribute where it's like default view in the properties window. It's going to move you right over here. Yeah, and go empty. Perfect. That's our default view. And then before we're going to put in some logic here. Let's just have some behavior that would, show hi. So we want to simulate a bad login. So let's just put in, could someone put in, type in the text, just call it demo space bad login. But I'm not in the view. We'll put it. I'm sorry. I'll make it right here. I won't be that lazy. Let me demo bad. And demo bad login, and we're going to have this just do some behavior, and we're going to add an event called add action. There's two ways to do this. I like when you're so zoomed in like this, you do a right click, and you can add event and add an action. Alternatively, you can use this widget as well to add an action. So you can have an action right here. Click the action widget and then drop it. And you can switch views. And you can have it toggle or log in fail. And I can see right here we want to give it a...
But I'll talk to you after. Okay, because I'm like, oh my God. Do you know how about you go bring your computer? Oh, you want me? Yeah, you want me? Okay.
Somehow that action disappeared, but you can do right click, add event actions. So switch views, and when there's a login fail, we can just have it go to this guy right here. Let's go ahead and just take a look at this part. We've added some functionality, and let's see. We now can demo a bad login. We're using Theater here. We want to, we're not done yet. We want to add some logic. So I'm going to, let's go simulate this and see what this looks like. I'm going to launch it in the browser, and I think Baying has two monitors. If Baying can kind of pull her monitor over, show everyone here, you can just demo a bad login. So just hit demo bad login, click that hyperlink, demo bad login. Scroll down. Type in something. Pretend like you're typing in demo, but instead of hitting the login button, click demo bad login.
Is to understand the
Don't hit, not that one. We haven't put in logic yet. Demo bad login, and when you click that, just click it. That error message is going to show up, and the customer says, "That's good. Let's go ahead and make that work like a real thing." So we actually want the login now to know, based on criteria, what is good login and what is bad login. So let's put in some criteria for what's good and bad. And my thought is, just since we're simulating creating theater, let's assume that when you submit something, if anything says bad in the user ID field, we can make the this login that message show up. So slightly get into something more advanced. I'm going to show my screen right here. Show my screen. So what we've done here now is this login. You've actually we're collaborating with Team 1's work as well as Team 2. So you'll see here the scenario. This login page is identical to the inputs. There's some scroll bars in there. Got to make sure we get rid of those. Those things are the worst. Okay. Yeah. Okay, good. So, where's this stick coming from? These scroll bars are neat things that show up, and they're so hard to find and get rid of. All right, so we got our login page, and So this is on the Team 1 login. It's the same thing as the Team 2 login. But what we want to do is we want to have this some behavior happen that when you hit add login, that a decision will be made, and then based on what it sees, it will either take you to something that shows success, or this is what's called the Team 1 homepage. So success is this homepage login set. And so we want to have a decision in here that is called, I believe it's called valid login. So we have Team 1 scenario, Team 1 valid login credentials. So there's that. Team 1 valid login credentials. The Team 1 valid login credentials, you have the ability to have, and I think we're just using clipboard. Yeah, we had demonstrated how a data sheet would work, but I think that was just for someone had asked how you can do that. But we simplified it. We're just doing the clipboard method. But now we don't want it always to go to the home page. Sometimes you just might want it to come back to the screen if there's a fail. So before we switch it over here, we've decided that there's a success scenario. So basically what I need everyone to do is from the login page, you'll see that there's a decision. We want the system to have some sort of logic that will navigate folks to the team homepage if it's a success, or just back to this login screen if it's a fail. So I want everyone to see if they can get to this Team 1 page, or this Team 1 valid credentials page.
What you can do is email the server name and IP. All
right. I am going to see, I'm going to go ahead and see who's gotten there. Has anyone been able to get to this decision box just yet? Anyone get to that page yet?
Okay. Yes. Darn it.
Let me see who's gotten there. Has Manica, have you been able to get to this Team 1 valid credentials decision?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Manica, I'm going to make you the presenter here, and just as a caution, the more questions you ask, the slower I go. But if you don't ask enough questions, I'm just going to keep on plowing forward, and this is all recorded so you guys can come back and see it again. But I've been given a lot of pressure to get our team up and running as soon as possible so we can start simulating reusable registration. So anyways, let me take a look at your screen if you can pull us in here. Perfect. So there's a Team 1 homepage. So we're going to have a success scenario. The valid login, we're going to have a yes path that goes to the team homepage. And then we're going to have a no path that just kind of goes back. So click that diamond and drag the diamond into the Team 1 homepage. And this is going to be our yes branch. And if you go ahead and let's name that branch. It says, go over to the left, see where it says branches.
Okay.
Move down. Instead of say yes, or yes, go to homepage. Make where the branches is, the label move up. Yep, those are the same thing. We want to update the label on here. So you move your mouse right over here.
Okay. Just change. Okay.
Yeah, just type in yes, something like that. Go to homepage.
Just so that the days can start having.
And then we want to add another one. Click the add with the plus button. Right there. Add and put link.
That's what I'm saying. Well, add them to the system. I have a
Click link. And then go to window controls.
other issues like
Go down to the last one. Yep. Click there. Hit go back. And hit done. And then, if you wouldn't mind, just kind of visually drag those, make it go back on the bottom. And if you can make, what's good is if you make go back, make that one go down, make that a 180-degree angle, just go straight down or go back.
Like this?
Yes, if you can make them straight lines, that's ideal. But then we're going to want to label it as yes, go to home page, and no, go back.
It's not efficiency, it's the way we come into it, but as we get closer, it might be nice to have the spreads, turn the spreads.
Are you going to
story?
Yes.
Perfect. Now, do you remember the clipboard variable? I'm going to guess that you probably don't. So but I'm going to, hold on one second, let me tell you what it is. User ID. We're going to just make some rule that if the user ID contains the word bad in it, we're going to pretend that that's just a bad credential. So let's set some rules on this decision box. So in this decision box, you can have these branches. And now you can set rules. So there's this item here where you say set rules. And you can see that down there. Yes, click that set rules. And we're going to make it not manually. We're going to make it based on data, clipboard. So it says branches selected, not manually by a user. We're going to make it based on data. And then select the data element, and its user ID is the data element we created. It's a lowercase user ID. This one is, there you go, bottom one. All right. And then you have the choice of equals, but yes, go home, say nothing contained.
Does not contain?
Does not contain, and does not contain bad. And the other one contains bad.
Okay, does not contain.
And move down there. Up a little bit. It's right above does not contain. Down one there. Like that one. And so, and then type the word bad in each one. So go to the home page of the user ID. So move your mouse to the right. There's a field to the right. Oh, let me grab your mouse and put you aim it here, ladies. There you go. You were doing really well.
Okay. Go ahead and try with
And then go ahead and put bad on the next one.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear. So what should I put in here?
Bad.
Not bad.
Yeah. Well, no, it's all the criteria is in there right here. So it's actually, yeah, just type in bad. So if there's a user ID and you like just going to make a demo, you're going to tell your demo guy, I'll put that in there. Bad.
what I'd like you to do first is
And so if someone types in a user ID and it's good, it's going to take you, it doesn't contain the word bad, it's going to go here.
Okay.
And if it contains the word bad, it's going to go back. So let's go to the login page. And we want to do the same thing here. We want to set a rule here. We want login fail to show that it's failed if the user ID contains the word bad. So these views, it alternates different views. So we want the view to show up something. If someone typed in the username bad, we want that to show up. So, Nanika, can you go ahead and set a rule? Same thing. If the user ID contains the word bad, make it show the failed, and if it doesn't contain it,
do is I have to load that page and then search and find what document is the parent and use that as the when it says the name. Because I have to make it look like I'm still in the same.
Is it the same bad?
Once I do that, it's the same thing I'll do for
It's the same, just as the other one. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll be right back. One moment.
the thing about blows my mind is the topics are the only things that are common. There's 300 pages of the book that aren't so many. You know, all that's on these. But how is the page that comes up? I guess that's where you go to the taxonomy term, it knows to fill the page.
First thing I should do.
I'm sorry about that.
Here.
So let's see. You put in does contain bed, does not contain bed. Perfect. All right, so you can go ahead and close that. And let's go ahead and run the simulation.
And go ahead and check that.
Taxonomies can't be part of.
So you can go ahead and just hit play.
Taxonomy items, I should say, not a whole taxonomy.
And what we've successfully done is we've taken, I guess we'll just kind of refresh this.
Number of approved.
So, what user ID and password? It's just
Yes. So just put in the word good.
Okay. Now, next thing I was doing is opening
And hit login.
just login or back?
Hit the login button.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. Welcome, good. Now hit start over. And it views launch simulation. Right, and there's another one of those nasty scroll boxes that I can't stand there. Let's see. Let me get that scroll bar out of the way.
The calendar and the form, but at that point, whatever it's.
It takes just my fingertips.
That one problem that shows up with
The next thing
with
I
folks.
want
Let
you to do
me
is go back over
clean
to
that guy up here. So.
and go to Teams and Projects.
I'm not able to hear clearly. Do I need to do anything?
I can't hear the audio, but I think I'm hearing people say that something doesn't look right because these scroll bars are cutting things off.
Yeah.
And I'm hearing that, and I need to go ahead and fix that.
Measures, analysis, and tracking system. Next, yeah.
Once everyone has that preference set up there where it doesn't put in scroll bars, we won't have that issue.
Okay.
Team 1.
It shows up as
Usually it should come up.
Let me just drop that back.
Okay. So if anything happens and you're putting in
All right, I think that is
somebody
fixed.
put you in there, I just might not that to it. So just send me an email, give me a call, send me a message, and just say, hey, and then, we can put on to it. Okay. So that's, if you, for some reason you can't see the project, this is where you go. So go ahead and close that. And the first thing you want to do is click up here, now looking for all the work.
I keep on telling myself whenever I do a training, I'm gonna force everyone to set the preferences before we get in there, but it's too much fun. Okay, there's something else on that page.
Okay, so let's just take that note. This one, I put that one with the algorithm, and then just show. And I'm not sure if you
Okay, yeah, section within a section.
But if you go into your iteration, you'll be able to see all the work that's been assigned.
All right, I think if we refresh that, that'll, I get rid of those scroll bars.
We don't want to have more, so let's fix the 36
So this is the user story.
All right, excellent. Manica, if you go ahead and you can launch that page again. We get rid of that. Oh, here we go. We can just refresh it. It's over in the data center.
There's all this one, and then there's
Excellent. So type in the word bad.
Okay, that's telling me there's more information. Go ahead and click on that.
The login, whoops, it allowed bad in.
go ahead.
So let's take a look at that that scenario. Oh, I know. We forgot to. Here's one other thing that we forgot to do. Maybe you're doing that. We don't want it to go to this home page anymore.
And then you would see.
We now want it to go to this
But you notice here, there's two pictures,
block that we
and
built.
you have to actually go to the top of them. What I'd like you to do, click here, when you get a chance, put a page shot. Some people have pictures. Please take that.
Start over again.
Get a fake shot.
Launch simulation. And now let's type in bad.
My profile.
Bad.
Click on this here. And then,
Oops, going to go back to the same one. All right, launch simulation.
yeah, you just go over top of it, I'm sorry. Then you would upload it. And then you would find it.
I guess we have to tell them to go back to the login page instead of going back. Doesn't work there, so
Now,
let's
you
go
have
in.
Okay, you know what, I'm gonna.
So instead of going back, we'll go ahead and we'll edit the destination. We'll just have it go to the page, Team 2 login fail. And we're now at the Team 2 login fail page. The only thing that we didn't see that would have expected to see was that error message. And so there's two ways to debug this. We have the ability to track data. We can see that the user ID and the password is bad, so the data is being set. And we can check our views. It looks like it's showing an empty view as opposed to the login fail view. So we'll want to go ahead and just take a look at the Team 2 login fail.
There you go. Because it was open, I think, when I did it.
Well, edit the rules. It will. Oh, we got it. I got the logic reversed. We showed login fail. We want it the other way around.
There's something that they feed off of certain kinds of documents. When I do it, you can build it in the UI.
All right, let's go ahead and take a look at that one. Let's go ahead and watch the simulation, and we can see that we've created the ability to have a dynamic view that shows something good happen, to navigate selectively based on when something good happens, when there's good credentials, and when there is bad credentials. Let's go ahead and take a look at. Let's make sure let's update our Team 2 page with our success. So we have a nice job. We put together a Team 2 page. Let's put in something to launch the scenario and put in some other controls to make sure Team 2 is getting all the credit that we've deserved. Because the other teamwork we've done, Scenario 1, Scenario 2, we've contributed to that now. So you can see at Scenario 1, we've now added this new scenario called login fail. So let's go to Team 2, and then if everyone can get to the Team 2 page, let's put in a link to our simulation where you can launch our simulation in the login fail page. And we can say, click here to simulate a login failure. So you'll want to get over into the studio environment. And let's find our Team 2 page. If everyone can orient themselves to Team 2, we want to put in something here that says, I'm going to put in the words, but I'll have someone else put in the action. Click here to simulate a login fail.
Okay, I'm done with it.
Well, it's first
That's the index is already documented when it comes to one side.
And so there's two things that we're going to want to have happen here. Just so I put Manica on the spot here, so I'm going to take her off the hot seat and have someone else create some of the page actions, because basically, in order for a login field, we need to have a user ID say fast. So first of all, are there any questions in terms of what we just did? There's a quick recap of it, so I should probably do that. We updated Team 1's decision valid credentials. We reused Team 1's login, and basically all we did is we created a chapter and then just modified something of Team 1. I also see in the process we accidentally created a page 2 that we didn't want. I saw the word delete page 2, so we can just right click, and when we say delete, we'll delete it from the project. So move up here, right click, and I was promising to get her off the hot seat. I'll do it right now. We don't want to just delete it from the scenario, we want it gone from the whole project.
It's telling you that's developer.
So, a couple questions. I know we went kind of through that pretty fast. Questions are, does anyone have a question in terms of what we did? Was this, I know that this was likely covered in the online courses, and then we've applied it.
First thing you're going to do.
Does anyone have questions on the navigation behavior? Did I go too fast or too slow?
Indexes are just contracts.
And then a description of what you did.
I think I saw Yi trying to speak, or some noise coming from me, but I don't hear him. Did you have a question, Yi?
No, I don't have. It's pretty good for me.
Okay. Is this an acceptable speed? Am I going too fast, or are you feeling comfortable?
Yeah, it's just right.
Okay, excellent. And the trick on this one is, I want to emphasize this enough, this system does not work really well if you try to do it on your own. I mean, obviously right now, a lot of noise in the background is interfering. Okay, I'm gonna mute everyone for a second, and that way I can slowly, I guess, bring back the audio. But part of this exercise that I want to really impress on the team is that there is a wide variety of, right now there's a big gap in terms of experience and skill. And even after you folks gain experience in this, there will be folks on your team that seem to understand some of the components of iRise much better than the other components. And the most important feature is really being able to collaborate, get to the same page, and then being able to use, contribute your relative skills and strengths to your teams and being able to give back. So what we were able to do today, that's the chat. Someone said, okay, yeah, so I muted for a little bit. What I attempted to demonstrate today was not only some of the, the view widgets and some of the power of the section widget and the master widget. What I really wanted to do was teach how you can reuse something that that another team member had and then can kind of contribute back. So when you take a look at what we did, we created a page that really was no more than a host for this thing that Team 1 created. In fact, we just captured Team 1's effort and we put it into a master. So Team 1's effort is now reusable. And their page really has nothing other than the master that they created. You'll notice on the right of that screen, there's something that you didn't see before, but pretty soon that's where it's going to go. There's something called administrative functions. That was not part of, in fact, I'm going to move it over to my screen here. That was not part of the original demo, but the reusable registration framework team is starting to work on some administrative functions. And so they needed login, and I said, well, that's perfect. We already have Team 1 that's done that, and so pretty soon we're going to want to have that login screen take you to these administrative functions that we're doing. And just a quick question, show of hands. I turned off the the audio, or I've muted everyone just temporarily. Is everyone, could people just type in the chat window yes if they are going to be on the reusable registration framework project or a landing page project? Because I want to make sure, I think this intersects perfectly with your project work. Use, okay. Use, yes. Endure is yes. Okay, so I need to say yes. Okay, so some of this teamwork exercise is about to be blended very quickly into just real-world project work. Okay, that's if everyone says yes, that's going to make me feel really good. So one of our next projects on the next meeting that we have will be to make the valid credentials, instead of it pointing to the welcome page, have it go to this administrative functions page. All right, I'm trying to think about where to go to next. There's we kind of accomplished everything from team 2, but I would like to see add in just kind of at this part, use team 2's page, put in a couple controls to demonstrate some of the other widgets that we have available. So first part is we want to have the ability to simulate a login fail. There's 2 things that are needed for a login fail. Login fail is demonstrated by this diamond, valid login credentials. But before that, there needs to be a user ID. What you're seeing right here, this clipboard widget has the ability to, you can set values, clear values. In this case, we are going to set a clipboard value, user ID, to bad. And I want to have a navigation behavior that when you click on this link, it will set this clipboard variable, which is I want user ID to be equal to bad. And you'll notice I have a naming convention where I try to prevent you having to click on something to see what I set the value as. So would someone please be able to have a user behavior when you click here to simulate a login fail, have it navigate to this clipboard variable where you set the user ID to bad, perfect. And then from there, after you set the user ID to bad, we want that to go to our decision criteria, which is the Team 1 validate credentials. So someone can drag from the clipboard to the decision box. See if someone gets that. See if anyone gets that. And then after this, I want to start showing you the menu widget and some of the operatives. Perfect. So now we'll be able to do a simulation fail. I want to do some advertisement of how great our team is and really do that as a way to teach you guys more about this kind of underutilized but powerful widget called menu. So right now, I forget how I did it. I think Gail was nice enough to put down some of our team names, but I think our team is pretty powerful and we deserve something more. I think we should have, and I'm going a little bit off topic here, but I want to kind of invent some requirements that will help us demonstrate some of the other items that iRise can do, as well as, well, just have some fun with it. So we've seen this text widget, and you can drag and drop text widget. I'm going to zoom this in a little bit. You guys have also, you've not seen this image widget. I don't like it too much. I use it sparingly. There's a method of prototyping that is popular that I personally am not a fan of called copy typing, where you can basically take an image that someone developed in Photoshop and just put hotspots over it and it looks like you're prototyping. The problem is a browser can show images much quicker. I can read HTML better than it can read an image. But this image widget, just to show you, you have the ability to click and you can add an image In fact, I'm really not a fan of it. I'll show you the one time I am a fan of widgets is when you are trying to put in a control. If you guys are familiar with Font Awesome, that is the font that contains all of the standard icons for web page design. And in PowerPoint, you can do a copy and then save as an image. And this is my favorite way this is my preferred way of getting images in. I use PowerPoint to create my images. Just right now I don't have any of the Adobe products. You can copy this image, and then when you get over to iRise, you can do paste from external and it pastes the actual image widget. This is the newer way of putting in the images. The old way is you can drag and you can drop this image widget down, and then it prompts you to find some image. And this is an example of an image here. Similar to, but one thing that is unique of images, and again, this is an older part of iRise. There's the newer parts of iRise take more advantage. HTML was not as popular, so hover images used to be more prevalent. But wait. This is an example of basically how an image works. So you have the properties of a hover state, an image. You have a couple other things to play. Just give you an example. Here, I'll just work my way across these. Come on here. And you'll see here that I have a nice mouse over effect. And that's just built in as part of the image widget. The next thing I'm going to show you is, this is the part I like to have to kind of demonstrate team pages. I would like to be able to do a better job of advertising all the wonderful people on Team 2. In fact, we could probably put that for all of our team members here. But we're here at Team 2, so we're going to do some self-promotion here. I want to make a menu, a tab menu, so you can see all of our great team members here. So I'm going to create a section, and so become our team roster. And I'm going to up it down. I want to have the team member name here, and trying to think of some fun fact, fun number of year, length of time, start date on our project. I'm trying to think of a fun. Actually, I'm going to put that up there for the team. Could someone please put in a good fact, a fun fact for someone to have in a team member? Some fun fact, which would be, I was trying to think of length of time on this project, but I'm thinking that we probably all have the same amount of time. How about what you would purchase with $1 million? So I'm going to make this, we're going to make kind of this tab thing to kind of advertise our great team, and we can kind of, each team member, we're going to make one for each person that's listed here. So this is kind of my template, and I'm going to just add a duplicate view of this one. I'm going to make one of these for, this will be our view is team roster, B10, and you guys have the ability to rename this one. Oops. Gale. So this is kind of a popular way of doing that. So I'm going to do this will be B10. And if folks go through, I'm going to have other people on this call. If you could go to here, I already did this for B10, but if you could go to navigate to the view and update the view with your name, your proper name right there with the team member name, and then update this fun fact here. So like if I had a million, you know what, I'm going to put my name on here too. It's no fun if I can't put myself in there. All right, so this is my fun fact here. So I'm going to have a challenge everyone here on the team just to go and navigate to your own tab and just put in some fun fact. It doesn't even need to be a true fact, but just some fun fact for yourself. And this is how the this section thing works. If anyone has a question, put it in the chat window. I think this works a little bit better. My only problem is I can only hear myself speak. So if you guys have questions, please put your please send me a notice in the chat, and I can unmute you or somehow address your question. So this is a section which we've made many different views, and there's kind of a popular concept that's been emerging with having, I guess, tabs. I'm going to go ahead and just wrap this, edit wrap in a section, call it border. I don't know how long this will last, but right now in our project, there seems to be people are finding that a tab is kind of a neat heuristic. So I'm going to skip over table. I think we've shown table, and we'll come back to that one as needed. But I'm going to show you this menu widget. This is a very powerful, misunderstood, and underutilized widget. So I'm going to just drag it. There's two ways to do it. You can actually, I think this one you have to drag and drop. I don't think you can put it from a right click. Insert. Yeah, for some reason, the menu widget is not available from a right click. I don't know why. So you have to click it here, and then you drop it. And I want to have just these tabs kind of go across. You can use menus to kind of simulate this tab behavior. Oops, and of course I put it right in front of everyone's click area. And so my challenge for everyone is if you could go ahead and name your item. So B-Chen, you're the first guy. Name your if you could change menu 1 to say B-Chen or Brian Chen, however you prefer to be referred. That's good. And I'll move this guy down here. Feel free to just kind of click around, and I'm right here, so I can help if there's any issues. Go ahead and update your name in there. We may have a little bit of a locking issue if folks are struggling a little bit. I think I saw Chen, are you there? Oh, cool. Beijing. Oh, nice, nice. Thank you, Beijing. And Nisa, you, oh, nice. All right, well done. And what I'm going to do, too, is, as a good practice, it's just you want to have everything named consistent. And I'll show you why in a moment. So, Beijing, I'm just going to name the key to making it simple is the team tabs. You want to just make the names just reflect out everything. So, Manica, perfect. Yi. And if you guys see this, you can for sure go ahead and just name your menus just like this. Anyone else? Okay, Yi, and I think I'm it was Yi, Gail, and then so. This makes it easy to see who's still on the call or who has dropped off here. So first thing, we want to have some behavior of this menu make Tony selected. We already have a style for menus, so this is going to look a little bit more realistic than it should. Which menu? Right? Lighting nav tabs. I think here's another one that I like. Not many nav tabs. I think it's registration. Actually, let's go ahead and just make our own menu style here. This is we're jumping into advanced stuff, but you guys weren't screaming for me to go slower, so I'm going to go ahead and just we're going to create a style called the Team 2 menu. And there's 3 different states. There's the generic state right here. So yeah, this will be our menu item here, and we'll have I guess a black background. And in terms of tabs, I think I guess folks have it. I think just the top parts are rounded. When you hover, we'll make it, when you hover over it, oops, color we pick here, purple, make that black. Black, we'll make it just a little bit bigger, so this size will be size 12, but when you hover over it, we'll make it maybe a little bit bigger and underlined. There you go, keep it at size 12. And if it's a current page, we're going to demonstrate, how about this, we'll make it a, have it selected, we'll, I guess we'll make it some other color. We'll circle back and we'll get a designer to really help us with this one, but we'll want to make sure multi. So we have the ability for rounded corners, which is nice, and this is something that's supported with HTML5, so iRise now supports it. In the olden days, we had to accomplish this with images, and you don't have to now. Done. And so we'll set this as the Team 2 menu style. So just got to show you right here. And if someone could improve my spelling of Team 1 scenario, right now it's Senro, that would be excellent. And so you can see that we have a couple different tabs. And what I want to have happen here is have it when you click on it that the menu gets set. Okay, and Beijing would buy a beach house. But now we want these tabs to kind of move around when you click it. Right? So I'm going to show how to do it on mine, and then I'm going to have everyone else do this on their own tabs. So I'm going to shorten our guy up a little bit. So there's a behavior called set menu. So the first thing you want to do is you select your own menu item here. And on click, we want to add an action. And we want to set the menu. Whenever you click Tony, I want the focus to be set to Tony. And then, and I'm going to say set. And here, this is just labeling thing. I want to set menu to Tony. But so, Tony selected. Or select Tony. There you go. Now, if you go ahead and we'll just refresh this one. If you select Tony, this is our selected state, apparently selected. I kind of like the gold is selected, and maybe that other hover, I could fix that around a little bit. Like everyone else, if you mouse over it to make it so yours is selected. Beijing, you could go ahead and have that in there. Make it so your menu. So Beijing and Manica seem to be the, and Yi seem to be on here. Actually, since Adora and Chengyu are on, I would feel bad excluding them. I'm going to show you guys how to extend the menu item. So, because this is fun, I'm going to add 2 more menu items here for you guys. There's add menu item here. We can right click and add menu item. And hopefully I should start seeing some other blue action arrows as other people try to set menu items. If anyone needs help, send me an IM, and we can switch the screen control over to you. And I can navigate through you. Adora and Chengyu, feel free, Adora, pick out menu 6 and label yourself there. And Chengyu, please do the same thing for menu 7. I'll make a couple more of these. All right, Chengyu, you're in there. Excellent. So I see Chengyu has her name in there, and then after that, I want you guys to see if you could do a right click and then add an event action. Right click, add event action. And when you do that, I should start seeing these little set menu things pop up. So you can do right click, or if you're Chengyu, you can just click here and go to events, hit add. And then just for this naming thing, I'm going to go ahead and just name these guys up here just to make it easier. All right, Adora, you're already naming your, I think that text box is automatically named. Looks like you're naming your items there. Oh, I see someone else on click event. Who is that? And so see how you want to put in you can kind of see that this one is called by Tony, because I went to my item here, and on the event, I put in the event is called Select Tony. So on the page, everyone can kind of see what I'm doing. So There's select Tony. And if you guys go ahead and you can try to put your names on this, kind of name your widgets. Ooh, I see someone's doing a toggle. The item that you really want to have is get to the set menu item. Right here, that's the theme you want. And you'll see why naming is important. Well, actually, this one's, the default is menu item. And that's why we want to name items here. Like, for example, Dora has not named, not playing around, but I am. She's named everything except she hasn't renamed her menu item. So I happen to know that she comes just before Chun Yu. However, it'd be very difficult if you're simulating that. Move these guys out of the way, give us more room here. See a bunch of different set menus popping up here. So I see one person, I see a couple people that are setting menus. Let's see, who's this guy? Okay, Chun Yu. Chun Yu has it. Can you also update your event to say set Chun Yu? I'm going to label it here. This makes it a lot easier to debug. So, Chun Yu, if you go, oops, but what's that event being called from? Something's setting that one. That's interesting. Edit properties. I see one is just being set from if you click the page. What is that one? The ink. All right, the ink's got to go from the page. This is hard with the aim. The best way to do it is you want to click it, select your menu item, and then hit Add Event. It's pretty fun to watch these pop up here. I'm just going to put in the name so I can see. I know. Oh, the ink. See, and I'm going to just kind of randomly work with a couple folks. So see if we can get all these. Actually, these toggles are still working on this one, but once everyone gets there, see, does anyone have an event going on just right? Ooh, Yi. Let's see what you have. Events. All right, you have two things going on here. You have an edit properties. You have a toggle widget. You are very close. Let's see. So this is from Yi. Take a look. So Yi has an edit user inputs and a toggle. You're going to want to, it's not a problem to have something do more than one, but you have two events firing from it. So it's going to ask you which one you want to go first. So you have toggle widgets. So instead of toggle, that's closed. What we're actually looking to do is we want to do a set menu. We want to have the menu item go to Yi. If that makes sense. So it should be set Yi. This one is, oh, I like how you put in this one, edit user inputs. Now this is usually for if you have a text box, you can put in data, but there isn't really anything to put in data. I'm going to go ahead and just delete that. There's this, okay, set menus. Have I created two set menus? I see, okay. Looks like someone inserted an action just before Tony. That's a clever way to do it. The last item, though, that we want to do is I want to have a switch view on the team roster when we select, after the menu is set to Tony Khalif, I want it to switch to Tony Khalif. So this guy is not really needed. I'm going to put someone put something there, so I'll just set Tony. All right. Let me just show, let's see what we have right now, because I think a couple other folks are just missing on their behaviors here. Refresh it here. Oh, but Beijing is there is an onload event. If we want to say onload, there is a default menu, and that's the first person that's on load is Beijing. So I'm going to set a menu here for Beijing. This is similar. I get a similar rush for watching this as I do kayaking down a river. There's a whole lot of information overload here. I'm going to do something crazy and just unmute all in one moment here. But I'm going to show kind of this one behavior, and I'm thinking, so if you hit Tony, Tony becomes selected. Oh, but the set menu action didn't occur, so I said Tony. And then the view gets switched over there. I think I'm going to want to improve the style there. So it does look like Tony is there. Oh, but then there's an on-click on page, so whenever I'm going to just, sorry to remove someone else's work, but Beijing is, anywhere you click on the page is setting Beijing's menu. That's you're overriding everyone else's here. I'm going to just take your event off. And now click Tony. You'll see me. Let's see if anyone else has a behavior. Yi, anything there? Okay, Yi has two events. Yi has a set property event and a set menu. So I'll just say set menu. Doesn't look. Oh, Yi has a menu that's being set. Let's just go ahead and get rid of this user input. And we'll put in one other action. And we want to switch views to Yi. I'm going to have Yi connect these guys. Yi, can someone connect Yi to that? Oh, perfect. Now when we're in there, let's just refresh this one. I can navigate between Tony and Yi. It's kind of a fun way to finish this off here. But I'm thinking that tomorrow, I had originally scheduled tomorrow to be more focused with kind of getting an initial intro into some of the developers with iBlocks. However, based on kind of what we have right now, we're reevaluating that. I'm thinking I'm going to cancel tomorrow's meeting. It's a possibility if we do have it, it'll be more of just a remedial session covering some of the intermediate topics. Before we do that, I want to see if we can get that menu working. I think Yi and I have this thing working. Click that menu. And I see I'm just going to add keep on having two things you want to do there. Let's see. Set properties. What is that property you're trying to set? You want to edit the properties of Yi. That's it. And because you have two events there, when you click on your tab, it's going to say, hey, which one do you want me to do? Just say set. This one is not helpful there. Oh, looks like Manica has an on-page click event, so whenever you click something there, now it's going to go to Manica. Yep. Close. Manica, we'd actually want to have you go. Yeah. All right. I'm unmuting everyone here. You were just listening to me kind of try to guide our team into something that was a high-risk collaboration model. I'll send out a recap of today's meetings. Are there any questions that we have between now and the next time we meet? Things that we glossed over that you feel that we'd like to cover over some more, or just kind of continue to go with the flow?
This is what we're speaking about now, is not really how to search next to the results.
All right. Well, I'm going to let everyone just kind of continue to work on this team page and see. Our goal is to see if we can make that tab navigate to each of our team bios. I think it's kind of a fun way to end this session. I'll be sending out an update, a recap of this one, and you'll be able to see everything that we did in the YouTube video. And hopefully, when we check back in, we'll be able to go through our team roster and see everyone that's on the team. So, does anyone have any questions, comments, or concerns before we end today's training?
No?
Okay. Well, thank you, everyone, for attending. I will send out a link, but the link will be directing you back to our training session, which will be part 2 of 2. So later on, probably tomorrow, you'll see a YouTube post, and you'll see our YouTube post right here. You'll be able to watch a replay of everything we did. So thank you, everyone. I'm going to jump off now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.